How's you going, boys? Mike here. Welcome back to Grampy's Workshop. It pains me to say this, and I'll probably mumble when I say it, but so many attachments and implements, I'm running out of storage room. Did you get all that? Anyways, I love implements, I love attachments. You can't have enough of them, as the fellow says. But they do take up space and real estate in around the yard and the barn and shops and whatnot. So anyway, what I did to try to store, I like to store all my implements at least out of the weather, not indoors necessarily, but out of the weather. Certainly not in a heated area. So this little video I have today, just a little quickie, I'm going to go show you some of the places where I store my implements and what I've done to try to get some more storage space around to look after, to make sure that most of my implements, or all my implements I guess, are stored under cover out of the weather. So let's go have a look. I want to take you out to the shelter. I have an ATV that I store here, and this is a temporary shelter. That's 10 by 20 as well. And I took the sidewall out of this one. It was easy to do because of the way this one was made. The walls came out of it right easy. So I took the sidewall out of that. So I've got a tiller, power washer, snowblower, and a log splitter back in there. In the middle I store my carry-all. Let me get over here so you can see. Put my carry-all in the middle section, and behind that there's a snowblower. And then here where I said the bike was, behind that, if you can see it right there, kind of hard right there, but there's the blade for my tractor. So that's no problem to store all this stuff in here for the summer. But come the winter time, I need to get that blade out and the snowblower. So then I need a place to put the loader. I usually put the loader where the bike is. Now what do we do with the bike? Well, it just so happens in the back of the barn here, years ago I had a Skidoo, and I built this little shed on the back of the barn. Get my back up here, maybe you can see better. I built it on the back of the barn, and there's doors on this side and there's doors on the other side, so it was a drive-in, drive-out for my Skidoo. So now we use it for storing Nanny's lawn tractor. But in the winter time, we can take that lawn tractor. Just wait till I open this door and show you. Yeah, we can take the lawn tractor and park it in there where those two lawnmowers are, and then that gives me room in here, right in that area right there, I can park the bike. So that takes care of the bike for the winter, even though I drive my bike in the winter a lot. So that gives me room in here to store the loader, and I get the blade out, put that on the tractor, put the snowblower on the tractor, so there's lots of room to put the carry-all. So that gives me good storage for that stuff. So here's the temporary shelter I have. It's 10 by 20. I use it for storing the tractor. And when I have the loader on the tractor, there's usually something on the back of it, so it takes just about the full length of it. I also have a box blade and a landscape rake. So where do I put those? Well, here we go. I had, I hope you can see this because the lighting in here is just about on the terrible side. I bought one of these little mini scaffolds at Princess Auto one time. They were on sale. They come in handy for painting the camp. So I just had it stored in the barn, and I thought the other day, geez, I should set that up. And it's just deep enough to hold my box blade. If you see that, I put the box blade on it, lifted it up there with the loader on the tractor. So that worked good, stored up there. And then my landscape rake, you can turn the rake right around 180 degrees. It made that pretty short. I folded all that up and stuck it in under there. So now, this is only probably from the end of the building out to here, it's only about 32 inches now. So that leaves me with a good long space here. So when I put the blade and the snowblower on my tractor, I'll have lots of room in here to store the tractor. So that was a pretty good solution. And I'm going to give a little shout out here to Tractor Time with Tim, because I saw that first on his channel, where he had some of those scaffolds and he was storing some of his implements on them in his barn. And for Tim it worked really well, because his barn of course had a cement floor and he could roll the scaffolding around on the cement floor to make it easy and accessible to get to and from the storage. I'm not so fortunate here where I have a gravel base in my shelter, but thanks to Tractor Time with Tim for that suggestion. It works well, and I think I'm going to be able to store all my implements now out of the weather, and that's going to work great. In the wintertime I just come out, I'll have the snowblower and the blade on the tractor. Just come out, come in here, start the tractor, open up the door, and drive out and start plowing. That's just as easy as that. So that's about it for storing my implements. So it's going to work out good. I thought I was going to have no room, but if I get any more implements, I might have to build another building, which wouldn't be a mortal sin, that's for sure. Anyhow, thanks for tuning in. Thumbs up me, and have a great week. Talk to you.